last 3 dolls. I might have to take a break in the middle of this, get the child corralled into his nighttime routines, but I wanted to start now. So these last 3 dolls I'm going to take in the order in which they sort of came into my life. Which means the first one is this Mattel Shakira head rerouted with blue yarn by Flexcentric, and Flexcentric also sent me the Dynamite Girl's body that it's on. So the Mattel Shakira dolls use the Leah Kayla Sculpt, just with one of the rare times where Mattel actually gave a doll dark brown eyes. Good job, Mattel. You need to do that more. Okay, so I don't know if any of these clothes that I made will suit this doll, because it is a very serious face. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of these pieces of clothing I made onto dolls this time, but I'm going to get most of them onto dolls. I have no ideas about whether I want to actually use these leggings or not. I'm just putting them on her because they'll fit. So, she needs other clothes. I don't have any, okay, I would say I don't have any shirts left. I have this romper, but I want to put this on, I'm pretty sure will fit on the very last doll that I'm going to have going on here. So, this skirt is very cute, but of course, this is a very serious doll. I just braided her hair randomly, just to keep it from getting tangled and stuff. Don't know if I want to leave the doll with her hair braided. Of course, the yarn is very fluffy and managed to wrap around itself quite a bit, which might make it harder to get the ends unbraided. That's why I'm using this. There we go, now let's do the bigger parts. Using this heavy needle, the eye end of the heavy needle, to tease things apart. Alright, so anyway, yeah, she needs more clothes. Do I want to give her separates? Or do I want to give her a dress over? This hair is just fun to play with. I don't think you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, this hair is a lot of fun to play with. Alright, she needs more clothes. And because this Dynamite Girl's body is very small on top, I'm not sure if I should be looking in the Barbie clothes or in the smaller doll clothes. I could give her the Valentine's dress. It kind of contrasts with the mauve of the leggings. Yeah, this is a dress and I'm not careful. It's always going to have somebody in that dress. I'm sorry about the way I sound again, as usual, as always. Well, the green, the mauve, and the blue would be fun combinations. This is the green print in this dress. Not sure what kind of look that would be. I probably have something with an obvious actual mauve on it, because I do like that color so much, but a lot of the things I have are made from things that are just as random as the fabric I used to make those leggings. Years ago, before the child started kindergarten, I went into a thrift store and there was a stack of, I think the figure counted about 200 4-inch cuts of quilting cotton. And I just had so much fun combining those into things like this. And this, and this. I still have, actually I have not used all of those cuts from that package. well, it wasn't a package. It was obviously it was obvious that someone had cut them out themselves. It wasn't a purchased package of cuts like you can get. And I did not use all of them, so I could actually get back to it. Alright, now I'm looking at stuff that's a lot smaller than this body. There's a range of size of things in this bag. Some of them are more Blythe size, some of them are more, not quite Liv size. Alright, I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, my nose is running again. My nose doesn't start to run until I'm talking to you. Okay. Okay. Still needs clothes. I don't want to try to do something extra cute or something that's, you know, matches the seriousness. I would say matches the seriousness of the makeup, but she does have a nice, amused expression. So, I think she could wear something a little more lighthearted. I just don't know what kind of style to go for, especially if I am determined to use those cropped leggings. And this could work because this handkerchief is sheer and has drone threadwork in it, so I always have to put something under this when somebody wears it. It does have the blue to match your hair, and actually there's a little bit of purple in it to match. Let me see. I hear neighbors' noisy trucks again. Actually, I might have an idea, since depending on how small the torso is compared to this that I made for Fashionistas, old style Fashionistas Barbie with a belly button body. So hold on. There might be room under it for the shirt. And the shirt I'm thinking of is this. Although I think the arm openings maybe a little bit small on the, I don't know if you'd call it a proper dress or a jumper, since I always need something worn under it. I'll be usually something worn under it for the lower half. I know the hands come out of Integrity Toys dolls. Like I said, I made that other lace shirt because these lace shirts I had made years ago always seem to end up on somebody. And that's the only reason this one was not on somebody was because it was recently taken off of somebody. So now it might be going back on somebody. But like I said, these sleeves might be a little too voluminous for the openings in the jumper. We'll see. Or is that just weird? It could be just weird. I mean, I know I'm going for the novelty of the floral print in the center, coordinating both with her hair and with the purple mauve of the leggings. Spooky desk. But this is maybe a little weird. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do that. I always have problems dressing Integrity Toys bodies. I think it's because I know most Integrity Toys dolls are expected to have an aesthetic that's very unlike my own personal aesthetic. Even when the body is the only thing that's integrity and the head is something completely different, with wild blue hair like this or whatever. Just, the Integrity Toys body Barbies are so much more glamorous than anything about me. It's an old Barbie shirt. You know what I mentioned last time? Integrity Toy shorts from Dynamite Girls. I don't know if they'll fit over the leggings though. They're a very close fit on the Dynamite Girls body. They're also something that I really should wash because they're getting a little grungy. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna work. They might, but I'll have to cover up the top. Come on. It's a hook and a thread eye. As you can see, there's no waist bearing on this. Alright, that's ridiculous. I have to try that on. I think I mentioned in one of these videos from this particular session of dressing dolls that I used for a while was trying to always put at least one thing on the doll that was not a choice that I would have made, like it didn't make sense to me. Obviously I did make the choice because I'm the one who dressed the entire doll. It's like something that just seemed to me like it didn't go, it didn't work, it wasn't a completely natural to me way to dress the doll. And that would make a more interesting outfit. And then you get stuff like this where I kind of go overboard on the, well, that makes no sense stuff. I don't think I can just tuck this in the front of the shorts because when it flops around that will be exposing the top of the tights, the leggings and the tights. If I'd had enough of this, then I'm interested in making tights. I can't remember if I have more of this or if I used it all between this and the ice suit that I put a doll in a few videos ago. It's that thing that trendy kids do where they just tuck stuff into the front of the waistband. Although there would need to be more slack. I don't know if I'm going to leave the shorts, but I am going to leave, this is a surprisingly good match between the flowers in the shirt and the lace in the leggings. And there's almost a blue, like in the hair. What do I do with the hair? Do I want it just down and loose, or do I want it up and wild? Or to keep the volume down on this hair, he did just cover some of the back of the head with hair anchored on both ends, because that would have been a lot of hair. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just playing. Which I know I need to be speaking for you to have any interest in this video. So I am playing with the yarn hair, seeing if I can get it to do something that seems as playful as the rest of the outfit. Is playful the right word? I don't know if buns are playful. I could just do, we called them buffies. I always have to stop and think a moment. I think the rest of the world calls them pigtails. I grew up calling them buffies. Little gatherers of hair on each side of your head. My family called them buffies because that was the little girl on, it was a show called Family Affair. And I'm going to use the brown elastics to call back to the brown lace that I used for the sleeves of this shirt. Maybe I'll leave this little back bit out. Now I'll keep trying to catch it up. I hope I don't, like, pull it out. Yes, it is convenient to shove a doll's legs between a couple of these well-stuffed zip bags full of doll clothes to hold in place while doing hair here. Normally I clasp the dolls between my knees when I do their hair. But I'm not going to, go across the room and sit down right now. Alright, do I move this up or down? I'll take it down. I can get smooth. Alright. Other brown hair elastic, which has other doll hair stuck to it because I just got these brown elastics off of a doll recently. I'm also very bad at getting these kind of hairs to match, both in, I guess you'd say latitude and longitude on a doll's head. Usually want to be higher than the other and want to be farther forward or farther back than the other. I think that's good enough. Alright, so she needs shoes. Oh, wait a minute, I don't know if I have anything to do it with. I have an idea. I could put something over this shirt. Maybe that would keep it from riding up and exposing the top of the leggings. I don't know. I can't think of anything offhand that would look like a small vest that would match. Of course, I do have a vest. I guess I should work on making a doll vest at some point. Alright, let's see if I can get this even on over this shirt. this sweater, sleeveless sweater that I'm trying to do with right now, I got in a Secret Santa that I did in like 2006. But I don't remember who made it, because it wasn't somebody that I knew outside of getting their name. In a Flickr group. And it was one of those Secret Santas where the person whose name you drew to give stuff to was the person who gave stuff to you. Which, I mean, that's fine. But I prefer the ones where nobody knows you. The name that you give to is not the name that gives to you. That also means there doesn't have to be an even amount of people, because you're just passing it forward. Oh, that still shows. Yeah, not a good idea. Of course, that's probably the last Secret Santa that I participated in. I'm going to close the hook and eye, because that can also grab and destroy things just as easily as Velcro hook and loop tape. Or maybe I should just accept that that's going to show and accept that. Thought process, except that's going to show, like a wrestling gal will put shorts on and it's styled so that the top of her fishnets are visible over the top of her low-rise shorts, and then I think, oh wait, but I have this wrestling doll corset in big quotes, which I probably won't use because it's not going to really suit this outfit. Yep. Too serious. Okay, I will just live with that showing, and this gal needs shoes, if not other things. Definitely shoes. Let's see, she has Dynamite Girl's feet, so she'll probably be able to wear most Barbie shoes. I should go with white to match those shorts with something else. So there's almost white visible in the print on the shirt. Or give her these, which are white, and also green to match the shirt. Again, 90s doll shoe, circa Y2K. So it's Secret Messages Barbie. I think that was the first Barbie I ever bought with the Generation Girl Sculpt. Yeah, you need a soft or generous shoe from Barbie to actually fit. Dynamite Girl feet are slightly bigger. They're, you know, not as big as most Integrity Toys feet, but they are a little big. Also an incredibly 90s shoe. I think I'm going to go with those just because they are ridiculous, and I believe I've tried to put them on a few other dolls during the course of this journey of dressing dolls this time. Okay, those are ridiculous. I don't think I have any socks that will actually fit under those. I used to have a pair of tiny little socks made out of lace. They were just ankle height and, you know, almost no bulk to them at all because they were made out of lace. And I actually used those so much that they just pretty much fell apart. And I need to make another pair because I still have that base. Oh, well, that's ridiculous. That's even more ridiculous. I think I'm going to go with that. I can find the sock that matches. Does this match? I don't think it does. There's the only one left in there. No, those socks don't match. Which means I have another doll wearing a pair of similar but mismatched socks. Okay, so. Alright, this head does not have pierced ears. Some bracelets for her, maybe. Maybe, you know, a tiara, just because they're fun. I guess I could put a bandage on her. I haven't put bandages on any dolls for a while. Her glasses. Totally serious. Alright, so I need to be speaking because the whole point of this video is to give you background noise, right? Alright, so be careful because I don't accidentally pull any hair out. Yeah. Plastic stuck on it. I want this crooked. Oh wait, do I have a tangled mess of tiaras? Don't know what this one is from, but the brown matches. The brown mace, however, don't know how I can attach this to the head. We'll see if I can figure out how with clear elastic. Put the smaller elastics on this that came with Jewel Girl Barbie. That obviously I never use the jewels, and the larger elastics just reside in the rest of the tin, and I have to go through, that one just broke. Have to go through every once in a while and take out the elastics that are no longer stretchy. They're just so old and they're completely deteriorated and they're just a mess. Alright, let's see. between, wait, you're slipping off. Between the pigtails, fluffies, whatever normal people call those. Trying to get it caught in the grooves on the crown. Trying not to pull out the hair. I'll see if I can figure out something. Better than that at some point. Alright, I want to find a bracelet. Allergy season for the child. Allergy season for me too, that's why I sound like this. Alright, don't want to leave that on that side, no, because the side the crown is on. Okay, maybe no bracelet. You know, I have some dolls that I've just absolutely stacked the bracelets on all the way up to their elbows, so I am capable of accessorizing with bracelets and necklaces and stuff. I just guess these dolls haven't felt like they've needed that. I don't know what this is from, but I always feel it's more like a mask than glasses. But it is ridiculous. So I might go with that. Okay, no damage. One. Okay, I'm back. The next doll is a Ken. This is a vintage original Ken Sculpt. I mean, not the very first Ken, because the very first Ken just had flocked hair. This is a painted hair Ken Sculpt. So from the very, very, very early 60s that I got in one of the many, many lovely things that Barbie's GBF gave me. And this Ken originally had like worn paint on the blonde hair and is that kind of yellowish snot green. And I did not want to bother to color mix it, so I decided to go ahead and paint it, and arbitrarily decided blue. I also painted him brown eyes and added bigger light reflections than he had by default. And I think I touched up his lips a little bit. And then I carved out the entire bottom of the head and put it on this Liv Jake body. So the head could fit a little farther down on the neck. There is a bread tag in there to hold on, as per Chris's method too, Dalbert's method. And I probably could have, ground out the neck a little more, but there's not a lot of neck left. It would have really started cutting into his chin. And Ken already has a really shallow profile anyway. I didn't want to take any more of that out. So here's this. And I don't think I have anything made that will fit him. The only Ken clothes I sewed during this session of sewing were things that I gave to Barbie's TBF. This, I know, would fit a Ken body, except I don't think these hands will go through the cuffs. I just don't think they're big enough for that. And yes, the theme for all the dolls in this last video today is blue hair. If you have been aware of me and dolls for a long time, then you'll know in the early 2000s I had like a sub-collection of blue-haired dolls. Most of them were dolls whose hair I made blue myself, either by painting a guy doll with molded hair like this, or by rerouting something, or by using, you know, those early Obitsu heads that you buy separately in either blank or paint. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go over that hand. And so I have my little collection of blue dolls, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed making it. And then by about like 2000, I'm just checking to see if the hand can physically go through here. I think by about 2006 or 7, dolls manufactured with blue hairs started getting a lot more common. And I realized that I was buying dolls with blue hair out of a collection of dolls when the doll with blue hair was not actually my favorite doll in the collection. So I had to make the conscious decision to stop buying and creating dolls with blue hair. So now I'm okay with it. I'm not like making a point of blue hair. Like I said, I just proved that this hand can go through here from the outside to the inside. So why can't it go from the inside to the outside? Because the lines and catching things, alright. I mean, if I do get this on this body, I'll have to take it off to put on the rest of his clothes. I'm just seeing. So yeah, blue hair dolls. You know, mostly now I'm more into making dolls with pink or purple hair, but that's more because I myself tend to have pink or purple hair. But I still have a little, kind of a soft spot for blue hair. Just because that one side fits doesn't mean this side will fit. I did not make this jacket with male dolls in mind, and I should probably get this up. I actually don't know if anybody is going to end up wearing this jacket in this series of dressing dolls videos. But, alright, so he needs clothes entirely from the stash. Alright, we have, this is Ken, right, this is pants. Are there any jeans that I've made left? Okay, I have this pair of, this is a pattern I want to share eventually. That fits both standard male dolls and curvy. Alright, I have several pairs of pants I've made. I have some cords, some plaids, and 2 pairs of jeans, but both of these look like they're more larger action figure size. So I'm not sure if they will fit the Liv Jake body. I mean, they might fit like mom jeans, which I think isn't a problem. Guys wear mom jeans, right? I mean, I think skinny jeans are finally going out of fashion. I don't pay attention to fashion, but I just observe other people commenting about it. And I think skinny jeans are going away, but I'm not sure. Alright, okay, it goes over his body. It doesn't really fit. It's very baggy, and I think the other jeans have larger waist. Yeah, okay. There I have these cords I made, but to people with blue hair, they're boring cords. Yeah, obviously, I made these a large and got lazy and put elastic in the back. Probably for a regular Ken. I mean, straight front corduroys are more what actual vintage Ken would wear, not a beat up vintage Ken that's been overpainted so drastically. Of course, blue hair is a little more in line with plaid. So, alright, so he does have some me-made pants options, as well as all the other pants in here. Okay, these were something that James sent. I think they'd be a little large for this body, at the least. Although the blue is fun. Alright, so have a jeans option, plaid option. I'll probably end up going with the cords just because they are not a challenge to make anymore as the girls' shirts. Alright, and this is guys' jackets. I'm going to take all the Ken clothes out. The entire structure of all this stuff's going to collapse. Alright, so most of the shirts at the top in here are things Cosmo made. It's from James. This is also something James sent. I hear a lot of motor noises outside. Not sure what they are. Oh man, that is tempting. And I'm not kidding. I mean, I guess I could do the jeans if I really want to use that shirt. I have a lot of shirts in here that I didn't make for Ken's size in the last, I would say the last few years. It's been more than a few years. Another Cosmo shirt. Another Cosmo shirt. That might work better with his hair. Sure, I made ages ago for action figures, so there's no opening on the back. I should probably pick that part and put an opening in, so I don't have to deal with pulling things over hits. Although it's kind of short for Ken too, but I really like that print. Also a shirt I made for action figures. Or was it broad? No, it was more like the old Gymnast Ken body with the really broad shoulders. And the Cosmo shirt. If it's cute, Cosmo made it. The Edward shirt. A nice sweater. A nice sweater. Oh, the nice sweater might go with the plaid pants too. Of course, the Ken shirt, 1961, which is about how old that head is, or very close to that. The blues clash, though. That's my excuse for not choosing that. The Christmas sweater that came on a Barbie. The actual tree trimming Barbie that I dressed a few videos ago. I just want to see how it looks. It's the wrong season for your ugly Christmas sweater. Oh, you have to pull it up over the legs. Maybe it won't. Even though this was originally sold on a Barbie, I'm pretty sure it is big enough to fit a Ken. Maybe I will try that on since these pants are so easy. It seems like they fit. This shirt fits Ken bodies, that's why I put it in this bag. Maybe it was just wishful thinking though. Hopefully the hand will go through without needing to get this sock. Oh, that one did. these sleeves are so huge, the hands can fit through with no problem. Are they long enough for Ken now? Well, for Jake at least. I mean, it fits him. And I can definitely put on these cords. Corduroy. This is like a super duper ultra fine baby cord that scales well for dolls. And it would coordinate with the yellowish colors in the sweat banana. It's just... Part of it is I'm ready for winter to be over. And I know I dressed a lot of dolls and made a lot of dolls' clothes recently that were like fake fur. But they were like spring colored fake fur. I'm so tempted to do this color clashing. Maybe I'll do this one. Maybe. Oh yeah, that does open already. I know it's so rare for me to put actual Ken clothes on a male doll. But I guess since this doll isn't technically a Ken body, it's still a little mismatched. Like I said, this is a pants pattern I've made for my own use and I will eventually make to share that fits curvy and original Ken, standard Ken, whatever it's called. But the thing is, to fit curvy, there's a whole bunch of extra cloth in the hips when it's on Ken. Of course, when you put them on Ken, when you put these pants on curvy, there's a lot of extra cloth around the cuffs. Okay, slight child interruption. I think I want to try that shirt. And since this opens in the back, it would be easy to put back on if I do change my mind. Again, carefully close the hook and loop tape so it doesn't grab everything in the package. In the zip pouch full of doll clothes. I did originally make this shirt for a young sweetheart's Michael, who has the body that went on to become the gymnast Ken body. So he has those very broad shoulders too. So it just makes it kind of big and sloppy. On this guy, I think all those different blues work together with his hair. But now, do I want to be total ridiculousness? Yeah, he just looks like he's in his pajamas. Like, I guess I could turn these pants inside out and take out some of the cloth in the side seam and the hips. Since I don't intend to ever put these pants on curvy, they are Ken pants I made. Just using that pattern as proof of concept, as testing. But you know what? So these jeans are, I'm gonna be able to tuck this shirt in. what you do with mom jeans, right? You tuck stuff in. I mean, I say that based on my vague idea that mom jeans are based on early 90s style, and in the early 90s you would not have caught me dead wearing a pair of jeans. Oh, that's terrible. Come on, dude, you're not supposed to be so hard to dress. I don't have that much clothes for Ken. And he just looks like such a punk. I don't trust him. I don't like those clothes on him. Okay. Huh. I'll try the cords back on, see if that helps. Since they did make these pants for this size, they are slimmer. Of course, it might be also the lib Jake body is awkward, because the lib body is awkward, so why wouldn't the guy body be awkward? That's a little better. Or would I rather give him a shirt? I like this shirt. I really love this print, but I actually made it a little bit short, so it is better when it's tucked in. Okay, we're gonna leave that shirt on, but we're gonna dig into the jacket. I almost said jacket package again. Jacket bag. Nothing in here I made. This is an old action figure jacket. This is also an action figure jacket. And this is an action figure jacket. And this is a jacket for a doll that was dressed as a female line worker from Ma Bell that I found at a thrift store years ago and grabbed her immediately thinking, you know what, I'll bet that jacket will fit Ken. That goes with the blue in his hair pretty well. It all actually came with a piece of old analog phone line equipment. The thing that they would hook up to the lines and they're up on the poles to make sure things were working. And actually gave that to somebody who worked for the telco that services our house once. So I no longer have that. That telco tech thought it was hilarious. Alright, that's kind of baggy. Okay, this is Beverly Hills 90210 Dylan. And the last thing in here is also action figure. Knockoff of one of those with the North Face jackets. It's enormous compared to this guy. Alright, I guess he won't wear a jacket. And I guess I should make more guy jackets. I should make more, definitely more bomber jackets. Not necessarily from iridescent coated plastic, but I have a good bomber jacket pattern. And if I just make the sleeves a little longer and wider, they'll fit the dude. So I need to do that at some point. I hadn't realized that I have no jackets that I made. At least not in here. There might be somebody somewhere wearing a jacket that I made, but there's none in here. Right, so he needs shoes. Yeah. This zipper is busted, so I just move that to the center so things look like they fall out. You go under, and you go next to, and then you go on the little jacket, and everything else just kind of hopefully doesn't drop to the bottom and get lost. Alright, okay, shoes for the dude. Okay. So when you give him good shoes, I have these that I bought years and years and years ago. And I have not to push them all the way onto the foot because, I mean, yes, technically they match, but I'm saving them. They're good shoes. It would be ridiculous if I don't think these would go on without boiling. Alright, onto the proper cat shoes. I actually don't have a huge variety of those either. These are Deuce's shoes recolored, aren't they? If it can. Of course, I'm only assuming the Live Jake foot will wear a Ken shoe. So I know I shouldn't necessarily assume that because the Live gal foot does not wear a Barbie shoe. Alright, but they do, but I think I could use some socks. And this is where I think I will use those two socks that don't match. Or should I save those until the matching socks are freed? And use some other socks instead. Let's see if these old Barbie socks with a tiny bit of surged contrast fit on the boy body shoe foot thing, whatever I'm doing here. Alright, yeah. Alright. Accessories. Now I do have loads of like Bratz Boys bracelets and also action figure watches as well as Barbie watches. But I want okay. Alright, nice. I think I've explained before that action figure watches are like action figure clothes that are meant for dolls with heads that pop off. Action figure watches are technically meant to be fastened off of the doll, then you pop the hands out, and then slide that fastened watch over the wrist, and then pop the hand back on. Not going to do that with a Live. You can see I use a lot of things in my dressing of dolls, don't I? I've used bodkin to shove stuff in, I've used a crochet hook to shove stuff in, I've used a heavy needle to just tease things apart, I just used pliers. I noticed like about 20 years ago, when I was still, you know, technically an adult with dolls, that I would always have like a pair of scissors around when I was doing doll things. Like I said, I have these Bratz boy bracelets. And that watch just came open. Come on. Oh, that's because, what? Wait. I'm not sure what exactly happened. I think I just slid the little retainer off of one side completely. Alright, another 20 minutes of trying to put a watch on. I might switch to one of the other watches if I can't get this to work. No, I hold it, do this. Don't think I need to put another pair of glasses on. I think this is just done by feel. Alright, I think that's on both sides. Alright, we'll see if that pops off again. Alright. So the watch and 2 bracelets, that's more accessories than I put in the last doll I used. Okay, never mind. Alright. How much ridiculous time has that been? Another 30 minutes. Yeah, it was like 30 minutes before. Good news is, this last doll, I have a pretty good idea. I want her to wear this. And since this is a complete outfit unto itself, and since it's on a curvy body, it can't get a shirt under this, so I'm not going to be trying to do layers. I will say about this doll, this is the curvy extra with the blue hair, which, as already explained, I have a big soft spot for blue hair because I had so much blue hair when I was younger, like 15 years ago-ish. But this doll's hair fiber is so horrible. It is, I mean, I know I read people saying it's polypropylene, and I knew that the craft hair that you could get in the early 90s when you wanted to customize dolls, but there was no internet culture, you just had to figure out what you could use, that you could get year-round. And you'd go to the craft store and you'd have the choice between the polypropylene braided hair or the polypropylene curly hair. And the polypropylene braided hair had this like really heavy oily texture, and I just used it, actually I ended up just like clipping those braids into my own hair. And the polypropylene curly hair was just this lightweight, fluffy, explosive mess that was, it was terrible. And that's what Mattel used for this doll, and it's so disappointing. So I thought I would just like put this doll aside until I could figure out what to do with her. And to keep the hair from tangling up, I gathered it into this hairnet. And as soon as I got it into this hairnet and got it all together like that, it went from being the lightweight, floofy, fluffy, flyaway, tangly stuff to feeling right because it is so much more denser. So I stuck it in the hairnet in the cup of boiling hot water. I have not taken it out of the hairnet to see if it retained the shape. I guess if it doesn't, I think I have a white hairnet somewhere. But in preparation for hoping that it will work, I also painted over her eyes to make them, yes, darker and side glance, and I also got rid of her freckles and gave her some blush. So moment of truth to take off the hairnet and see if the hair stays in this compact and relatively dense shape, at least for now. Of course, a lot of the hair came through the hairnet, so I know that some of it's going to get pulled. I'm hoping it retains the shape. I can't remember how well polypropylene reacts to blue, though. Alright, yeah, that's acceptable, at least for now. Except I think I have a white hairnet on one of my doll wigs in the BJD wig box, so I can use a lighter hairnet. Alright, another thing I want to do, I know I don't have her clothes on yet, is the way I wrap this. This doll has two different colors of blue in her hair. I'm not sure if you wrote that. And I'm not sure if they are different or not. Different fibers. Because this does have the kind of oily polypropylene feel at the front where it's straight. But anyway, the way I wrapped her hair around the hair is like doing a shape of wave that I want to encourage into more of a shape or a wave. So I wanted to get a clip, barrette or clip, I'm not sure yet, into the hair. We'll try a clip first. Okay, don't move that. Let's clip attempt number 1. Clip attempt number 2. Again, because I know what I'm pretty sure she's going to be wearing, I feel confident in going ahead and using the color here for the clips. I mean, she definitely has pink lipstick. So, yeah, okay, that's better. Okay. She has pink lipstick, so, and the lighter blue hair, so she is more in the color range of most of my dolls. So let's see. This is a romper pattern that I'm not sure. I think I made it up, but never made anything from it. And I thought it would be for original size dolls. And I put it on a few, and it was baggy, so I decided I'd try it on curvy here. And yeah, that works. And this is the same cat print that I used on that camouflage jacket with fluffy sleeves, because it's a hilarious cat with a flip phone. Okay, so, yes, she gets a bandage, because I have lots of blue bandages. Alright, we will offset it from the cat. And we're not going to be too snarky when we put it over that area on the legs where the pattern, where the texture changes, because some of us have a theory that the molds were made with different foot angles at the bottom, but when they edited the molds to have the different feet from mold to the other, they just slapped the new parts on and the texture is a little different. We don't know. We can't figure out a real reason why there are those annoying texture differences on the curvy, well, all the modern fashionistas' legs. Okay, she's going to be ridiculous. With the love necklace, too. Where's that? See, do I have any other bracelets? There aren't. Oh, here's a bracelet. That's forehead. I need bracelets in the dull brown, or dull, I'm trying to think of too many things at once. Dull silver. Yeah, not the actual silver vacuum metallized silver. This is extra shiny silver. It's Bratz and it actually has a little bit of blue on it. And I think it's Bratz because it has the blue on it. Or do I want to put this on her? Okay, anyway, so she's coming together pretty fast. But we, shoes. And this is the curvy body with the almost flat foot that seems to have an angle that nothing really matches, because when you put her legs straight, her toes are angling up a bit. And that's why none of the shoes seem to fit. You have to angle the legs back a bit to get the ball of the foot to be what's in contact with the ground instead of the heel, which that's just dubious Mattel design decisions all around. Okay, do I have socks? That would work. I mean, okay. Do I have socks that I want to use that will coordinate and work? Do I want to go with stripes? Yeah, those are a little bit too dark, aren't they? Or with these Integrity Toys Zodiac Girls socks, which that does have the better blue, although the other one has a big rip in the back, and these are also Zodiac Girls socks. And pink. Of course, I don't know what shoes she's going to get, so I'm not sure why I'm trying socks on without having any clue for shoes. Alright, I know we just went through this with shoes the other day. But I honestly don't remember what doll that was, what she was wearing, or if pastels were appropriate for her or not. That was that doll with the Mackie head. And yeah, she just had a weird hodgepodge of an outfit, but no, it was not pastels. Okay, so now I'm looking for flat-ish foot pastel shoes that are compatible with curvy feet, but that can work with that bizarre angle that Mattel made at these feet. Listen, I didn't realize it the other day when I was doing it. I knew that there was something about the angle of the foot just wasn't working, but it wasn't until just now they actually looked at them and realized it's because when the legs are straight, the heel is flat and the balls of the foot are pointing up. Mattel, why? Mattel, why? This might be an actual good use for the original Barbie tennis shoes, because those don't ever look right on any foot they're ever on either. Oh wait, or I could just go the other direction and use those cut down shoes. You know those shoes that I put on that doll the other day and I cut the tongue off? This is the same shoe with most of the details cut off, so they become more of a little espadrille instead of a sports shoe. But the angle is all wrong. Mattel, why? I might just go with this because, like I said, no foot that these old 1970s Barbie tennis shoes have been on have ever looked right. Yeah, I wish those weren't ponytails. I mean, I wish those were ponytail size and not. I don't think I have any gray tennis shoes. I know that. And of course I have white tennis shoes and how, although not a lot in this size to actually fit this foot. I guess that is not technically white, it's very pale, pale pink. Alright, we're going with these. No socks under those because they won't fit. I'm going to take the bracelet off because it's throwing out the balance, because we have the clip over here and the bandage over here and the cat over here. Oh, the clip is lost in the hair, so I don't feel like it's adding too much weight to its side. I don't want to give her glasses right now because I really like the job I did painting over her eyes, so I'm gonna say that's it. We're done. Oh wait, do I want to see if she can wear this jacket? I know she should be able to because this is a Barbie. Well, it's actually not Barbie size. It's back in the 90s when I was experimenting with scanning the pattern piece sheets inside of a pattern and then enlarging those to doll size. That's what generated this particular bomber jacket pattern. Actually, I think the pattern calls it Stadium Jacket. So it's Barbie size because I made it Barbie size, but I've only recently discovered that my concept of the proper sizes of things back then wasn't always so great. So yeah, okay. Maybe I will leave. Well, no, then you can't see the kitty. Alright, we'll have to leave this open a way to see the kitty and the love necklace. Alright, we'll figure this out when I pose her somehow. I can actually get my hand in the pocket. Alright, so, yeah. So that means that I did use everything that I sewed randomly except for this skirt and this Kirby-sized experimental skirt in a printed denim, because that amused me because, or it's not denim, it's a print that's meant to look like denim, but this also happens to have like flowers printed on top. But in the late 80s, early 90s, after my very brief time of denying that I liked Barbie, and when I got back into Barbie again at that era, I could not stand the clothes made with the printed fake denim. And there were a lot of them. But now I think it's funny. Alright, so, dressed this time for, I don't know what's going on. Shakira had rerouted by Flexcentric with brushed yarn on a Dynamite girl's body. And college Ken? I don't know what this look is, but he's dressed, and that's what matters. Thanks again to Barbie's GBF for that Ken had to experiment on. And also, Barbie's GBF provided this Barbie extra I mean, this is the exact doll he reviewed in his video, so you could see how thinly rooted her hair is and everything too. But this is what's become of her, and we'll see if her hair stays in this pleasantly compact mass, or if it grows out and gets tangled and everything over time. So that's it. I have been getting photos taken and put up, and I will continue to work and get these photos taken and put up, so I'm sure you will have seen all of these dolls before I even get the first one of these videos put up. But I hope these videos have done their job and kept you company while you're doing your hobby stuff, because we obviously can't do hobby stuff together, but we're going to figure out a way to have a community, right? Right. Thanks for watching.